What's up, Charleston? And a massive happy Mother's Day to all the incredible mothers out there. Seriously, you all are very much appreciated. Holy city, let's grind on some more specific topics within AI, shall we? Today, we're not just scratching the surface. We're really going to dig into artificial intelligence and its real-world impact. We've got a pile of reports, insights, stuff that shows how AI is kind of weaving its way into, well, pretty much everything. Our mission today, go past the buzzwords, give you a clear look at where AI is actually doing stuff right now, and maybe a little glimpse of our robot-assisted future.
Exactly. And we've pulled from quite a few places today. Business reports, tech news, some academic research, even, what people are discussing online, so we can see the practical uses across industries, but also think about the bigger picture, the implications.
Okay, let's get into it then. AI in action. Forget the cheesy sci-fi stuff. This is happening now. Our sources, they're all talking about how AI is shaking things up. First stop, healthcare. Apparently, AI is becoming like a super detective for diagnoses, helping doctors spot things they might miss. Kind of humbling, right?
It is quite remarkable, actually. These AI algorithms, they can sift through enormous amounts of medical data, think of radiology images, patient histories, lab results. They find patterns, anomalies, things that might be too subtle or just too much information for a human doctor to easily catch. This could lead to, well, earlier and more accurate diagnoses, potentially improving outcomes quite a bit. And it's also really pushing personalized medicine forward.
Personalized medicine.
Yeah.
Sounds expensive. So, like, instead of one pill fits all, it's designed for my DNA.
Essentially, yes. Tailoring treatments based on an individual's specific genetic makeup, their molecular profile. That's the goal.
Wild. Hope it doesn't cost an arm and a leg.
Yeah.
And get this, AI is also speeding up drug discovery, which is good because that process can feel like watching paint dry, right?
Right. AI can analyze huge libraries of compounds, predict how they might interact, identify promising candidates much, much faster than the old ways. It could seriously shorten the time it takes to get new drugs to patients.
And telemedicine, too, giving it a boost. So my next video call with the doc might actually, feel productive.
Precisely. AI can help with things like initial symptom checks, remote monitoring of vitals, even suggesting possible diagnoses for the doctor to review. Makes virtual care more robust and efficient.
All right, next up on the AI train, transportation, self-driving cars and trucks. Remember when that was pure fantasy? Well, they're still plugging away, apparently, aiming to cut down on, us humans messing up behind the wheel.
Yeah, the potential to reduce accidents caused by human error, distraction, fatigue, things like that is a huge motivator. But it's not just safety. AI-powered traffic management systems could optimize flow, maybe ease congestion, shorten those commutes.
Oh, less gridlock. Sign me up.
And route optimization for deliveries, logistics, that saves fuel, saves time. It all adds up.
And hold on to your hat's drone delivery. Imagine snacks just appearing at your window. Eco-friendly snacks, maybe.
Well, drone delivery does offer a potentially lower emission option for smaller packages, especially in cities. There are still regulatory hurdles and logistical things to work out, of course.
Sure. But it's coming. And AI is making public transport smarter, too.
Right.
Predicting crowds, adjusting schedules, maybe the end of being packed like sardines.
That's the idea. Using data to predict demand allows for dynamic adjustments, more efficient use of buses and trains, and hopefully a better ride for you.
Okay, let's switch gears. Head out to the farm. Farmers are using AI now to watch crops, predict harvests, deal with pests, robot scarecrows with PhDs.
Sort of. It's called precision agriculture. Using data from sensors, drones, satellites, AI analyzes it all. It helps farmers monitor crop health, soil conditions, weather, then optimize exactly how much water or fertilizer to use and where, or manage pests more effectively. It means less waste, potentially higher yields. It's about being much more precise.
Even Mother Nature's getting an AI assist. Climate modeling, tracking pollution. Maybe we'll finally catch the litter bugs, and protecting wildlife.
AI's ability to process these massive environmental data sets is incredibly valuable for understanding climate change, pinpointing pollution sources, monitoring biodiversity, plus predicting natural disasters. Better early warnings can give people crucial time to prepare or evacuate.
Okay, saves lives. That's definitely good. Now for something a bit more. James Bond. Security. Law enforcement, cybersecurity firms. They're using AI for facial recognition surveillance, sniffing out cyber threats. Are we living in a spy movie now?
Well, AI offers powerful tools for threat detection. Facial recognition can help identify suspects, though there are obviously ethical debates around that. And in cybersecurity, AI algorithms analyze network traffic constantly, looking for anomalies, trying to stop attacks before they happen, or react much faster when they do.
Enhancing public safety, battling cybercrime. Got it. And last stop on this tour, space. To infinity and beyond. AI is navigating spacecraft, analyzing satellite pics, planning missions, finding new stuff out there.
Absolutely. Space exploration generates immense amounts of data and involves complex navigation challenges. AI is essential. It helps pilot spacecraft autonomously, process image data to find new planets or phenomena, plan mission logistics, and even track things like asteroids and comets near Earth.
Okay, wow, so AI is pretty much everywhere. But what about the AI itself? How's it changing? Our Microsoft sources gave us a peek under the hood. Apparently, these models are getting smarter, like reasoning better, almost thinking like us for complex problems.
That's a key area of development, moving beyond just recognizing patterns to actually engaging in multi-step reasoning, breaking down complex problems like you see in science or coding or even law.
Wait, law? Like comparing contracts?
Yeah.
And coding? Who writes code now? My attempts at Hello World feel even sadder.
Yes, applications like contract comparison, generating code snippets, or managing multi-step workflows are becoming more feasible. It's about automating or assisting with highly complex cognitive tasks.
And it's not just bigger is better, right? They're getting better at cleaning up data, doing fancy post-training stuff, like with those Microsoft models, Phi, Orca. So even smaller AIs can be super effective. Like they aced the exam without studying all night.
That highlights the importance of data quality and these advanced training techniques. You can get remarkable performance from smaller, more specialized models now, which is great for efficiency and, making AI more accessible, potentially deployable on devices with less computing power.
And this leads to AI agents. Sounds intriguing. Are they going to do my chores? Please say yes.
Huh. Well, the idea is AI systems that can act more autonomously to achieve goals. They perceive, decide, act, maybe even learn. So yes, potentially more capable AI assistants handling complex tasks for us.
I'll take one. And good news for the planet, maybe. Microsoft's also working on making AI greener. Better chips, less water for cooling.
That's becoming increasingly critical. Sustainability. Innovations in hardware, like custom silicon Azure Maya, cobalt, and more efficient cooling are reducing the environmental footprint. Using sustainable materials, carbon-free energy.
Yeah.
It's a big focus.
Good. Okay, let's talk customer service, something we all have feelings about. Invocus says AI is flipping the script, more efficient, more personalized. Does this mean no more robot phone menus from hell?
AI is definitely changing customer experience. Chatbots, virtual assistants handle routine stuff, freeing up human agents. That improves efficiency. And the potential for 247 availability and more personalized help is a big draw for customers.
So the benefits are faster support, always available, personalization, so they can target ads better, right?
Yeah.
Seamless support across email, chat, phone. Quicker responses, companies save money. And data insights to train the humans. Sounds like a win-win, mostly.
It offers significant advantages, yes. Personalization at scale, automation efficiencies, these can lead to better customer satisfaction and smoother operations. And those data insights from analyzing interactions, really valuable for improving service quality and agent training.
They even gave an example. The Faulkner organization used an AI assistant, Megan, for online sales leads. And Megan apparently doubled qualified showroom traffic. Maybe I need an AI life coach.
It's a practical example of how AI can streamline processes like lead qualification and improve customer engagement, driving actual business results.
Okay, but it can't all be sunshine and efficient robots, right?
Yeah.
There have got to be downsides, concerns.
Absolutely. And our sources highlight several significant areas we need to consider.
Like journalism. Pew Research found most people, including AI experts, think AI means fewer jobs for journalists. And worries about news quality, too.
Yes, that's a prominent concern. The potential impact on employment in fields like journalism and the implications for the information ecosystem if AI generates more content.
And then there's the whole ethics minefield. Bias, discrimination, scaled up by AI. In healthcare, jobs, loans. That sounds bad.
It's a major ethical challenge. AI systems learn from data, and if that data reflects existing societal biases, the AI can perpetuate or even amplify them. In critical areas like hiring or credit scoring, that's deeply problematic.
And the U.S. government isn't really keeping up with oversight, while the EU is maybe trying to put some rules in place.
There's definitely a global conversation happening about regulation. The EU has been more proactive in proposing comprehensive frameworks. In the US, it's been more fragmented so far. The lack of clear oversight is a concern raised by ethics experts.
It's weird, right? AI crushes us at chess, like Deep Blue beating Kasparov years ago,
Well,
because it can crunch tons of data. But then it struggles with stuff that's easy for us, like recognizing a cat in a photo unless you show it a million cat photos.
that highlights the difference between specific, data-intensive tasks where AI excels and general intelligence or common sense reasoning, where humans still have a significant edge. Image recognition has improved drastically, but it still often requires vast training data.
So we need ethics modules in AI to teach them to be good, like Pinocchio.
Not quite teaching them morality, but embedding ethical principles and aligning AI behavior with human values and best practices within specific professions. It requires collaboration, getting philosophers, psychologists, lawyers, sociologists involved with the tech developers.
Right, and risk. Auditors are apparently freaking out a bit. AI adds cybersecurity risks, fraud risks. Everyone's rushing to adopt it, but the controls might not be there yet.
Digital disruption, including AI, is seen as a top risk. The speed of adoption can easily outpace the development of proper governance frameworks and internal controls. Generative AI, specifically, can create new vulnerabilities, widen tech gaps globally, and requires new skills within organizations, like internal audit, to even assess the risks properly.
Governance is immature, inconsistent. Basically, companies are using it without fully thinking through the rules.
In many cases, yes. There's often a lack of clear strategy, policies, and controls for how AI is developed, deployed, and managed. Internal audit itself needs to adapt, possibly even using AI tools to effectively provide assurance.
Which brings us back to jobs. Big worry online, right? People on Reddit, Pew Research, AI taking jobs.
It's a pervasive concern. While AI will undoubtedly create new roles, AI specialists, data scientists, prompt engineers, etc., the net effect on overall employment is still very much debated.
And losing the human element, like in hiring or healthcare, just dealing with algorithms.
That's another dimension, the value of human interaction, empathy, intuition in certain roles, and whether AI can replicate or adequately substitute for that. Plus, questions of responsibility, who's liable if a self-driving car crashes.
Yeah, tricky. What about creativity? We saw that fake Drake song. AI making music, art, are creative jobs next on the chopping block.
The impact on creative industries is a really interesting and, for many, worrying development. AI's ability to generate novel content raises profound questions about authorship, copyright, and the value of human creativity.
Kellogg Insight suggests the music industry might be the canary in the coal mine for other creative fields. Who benefits? Consumers. Execs. Probably not the human artists, right?
That's the potential dynamic. The gains from AI-driven efficiency or novelty might accrue to platforms or businesses, potentially at the expense of individual creators' livelihoods and compensation.
And all this AI talk, are people even understanding it? There's this idea of AI literacy. Like, the way we talk about AI often doesn't help people get it and just keeps power with the tech bros.
The Joseph Rowntree Foundation points this out. Dominant narratives can be overly simplistic, focusing just on technical prowess or dystopian futures without fostering deeper public understanding of the social implications. They argue for national AI literacy strategies developed with civil society that cover not just the tech, but the ethics, the social impact, the policy choices.
Okay. Enough doom and gloom for a sec. What are people excited about? What's the cool stuff? Reddit had some ideas.
Definitely. Drug discovery comes up a lot. The potential for AI to radically speed up finding new medicines is seen as hugely promising.
Yeah, we touched on that. Makes sense.
Also, better natural language understanding, making interactions with robots or AI systems feel more, well, natural, less clunky.
Like talking to Jarvis instead of a toaster.
Sort of.
Hmm.
And generative AI helping with software development, coding assistance, that's exciting for developers. Even AI non-player characters, NPCs, in video games, making game worlds more dynamic and believable.
AI buddies in games. Okay, that's kind of cool. And some people are even talking about artificial superintelligence, ASI. Is that still fringe, or?
It remains highly speculative, but the rapid progress in AI capabilities does lead some researchers and futurists to contemplate the possibility, however distant, of intelligence far surpassing human capabilities. It's definitely a topic of discussion.
Right. And thinking about all these impacts, jobs, ethics, how we live AI is definitely a social issue too, isn't it? People discussing it on Reddit, lawmakers acting.
Unquestionably. The societal impacts are profound and wide-ranging, which naturally makes it a major social and political topic. Concerns about displacement, fairness, control, these are core social issues amplified by technology.
And speaking of lawmakers, Little or Mendelsohn mentioned states are actually starting to pass laws about AI in the workplace.
Yes, there's growing legislative activity at the state level in the U.S., focusing on things like algorithmic discrimination in hiring or promotions, requiring employers to be careful when using AI tools,
Hmm.
and giving employees rights like being notified if AI is used in decisions about them, maybe even an option to opt out in some cases. Much of it draws on model legislation being developed.
So the rules are slowly starting to catch up with the tech, maybe.
It's an ongoing process, definitely. The technology evolves so quickly, it's a challenge for legislation and regulation to keep pace effectively.
All right, let's try and wrap this whirlwind tour up. We've seen AI everywhere, haven't we? From diagnosing diseases to driving cars, talking to customers, even exploring space.
The potential benefits are clear. Increased efficiency, personalization, new scientific discoveries, potentially solving some really big problems.
But there's always a but, isn't there? We've hit on the big concerns too. Jobs getting displaced, bias creeping in, ethical dilemmas, the need for rules, for governance, making sure this powerful tech doesn't, go off the rails.
Balancing the innovation and potential benefits with the risks and ethical considerations is really the central challenge moving forward. It requires careful thought, broad societal discussion, and proactive governance.
So here's the final thought for you, listening in. As AI keeps getting faster, smarter, more embedded in everything, what do you think? What's going to be the biggest, most profound change it brings to our daily lives, to society? And maybe more importantly, are we actually ready for all that?
For the opportunities, yeah, but also the challenges that are definitely coming down the track. Something to chew on until our next deep dive.